If you're holding 12,603 stellar lumens, better known as XLM, you're probably wondering how much that bag could be worth by 2026. Could Stellar finally break out and become the go-to blockchain for cross-border payments? Or will it remain stuck in the shadow of competitors like Ripple? In this video, we'll break down Stellar's latest updates, its long-term adoption potential, and realistic price predictions for the coming years. But before we continue, a quick note. If you're looking for a reliable exchange to trade crypto, I personally use WEEX. It has deep liquidity, super low fees, and a massive selection of coins. Right now, you can claim up to $30,000 in sign-up bonuses and trade with up to 400x leverage. Best part? No KYC required. Use the link in the description to sign up and claim your bonus today. Now let's dive into Stellar. At the time of recording, Stellar is trading around 40 cents, with a market cap near $12.9 billion. This positions XLM as a mid-sized altcoin, not at the top of the charts, but still a well-known player with strong recognition. What makes Stellar interesting is its very specific focus: financial inclusion and affordable cross-border payments. Stellar was launched in 2014 by Jed McCaleb, who also co-founded Ripple. While Ripple went after banks and institutions, Stellar positioned itself differently, targeting NGOs, fintech companies, and individuals in developing countries who need low-cost money transfer solutions. It's a mission-driven project, built not just for profit, but for financial access. So, what's happening with Stellar today that could drive XLM's value higher? First, let's talk about real-world adoption. Stellar has been used by humanitarian organizations to deliver aid in crisis zones. For example, the UNHCR has deployed Stellar-based wallets to distribute digital aid to refugees in Ukraine, giving them access to money without needing a bank account. That's a huge example of blockchain stepping into a real humanitarian role. Second, Stellar has been actively pursuing CBDC development. The Stellar Development Foundation partnered with Ukraine's Ministry of Digital Transformation to help design the framework for a potential digital hryvnia. Beyond Ukraine, Stellar has been involved in CBDC discussions worldwide. If even one government decides to launch a CBDC using Stellar's infrastructure, demand for XLM could increase dramatically. Third, Stellar's ecosystem is slowly expanding. While it isn't as flashy as Ethereum or Solana when it comes to DeFi and NFTs, Stellar has carved out a niche in stablecoin issuance and remittances. USDC, one of the largest stablecoins, runs on the Stellar blockchain. That matters because stablecoins are becoming the backbone of crypto payments, and Stellar is positioning itself as a settlement layer for this activity. Now let's run through some possible price targets. If Stellar climbs from its current 40 cents to $1, its market cap would grow to about $32 billion. Your 12,603 XLM would then be worth $12,603. This level is realistic. XLM has touched close to $1 in previous cycles, so it wouldn't be unprecedented. If Stellar hits $2, its market cap would double again to around $64 billion. Your holdings would now be worth $25,206. At this point, Stellar would likely need more institutional adoption, or perhaps an official CBDC launch to fuel that growth. Let's stretch further. At $5 per XLM, the market cap would reach about $160 billion. Your 12,603 coins would then be worth $63,015. For this to happen, Stellar would need to secure multiple global partnerships, dominate remittances in emerging markets, and expand its role in stablecoin and CBDC infrastructure. At $10 per XLM, Stellar would sit at a market cap of around $320 billion, putting it among the largest crypto assets in the world. Your 12,603 XLM would then be worth $126,030. Achieving this level would likely require Stellar to host several CBDCs, process billions in daily remittances, and become one of the top blockchains used worldwide. But let's also consider the downside. If Stellar fell back to 20 cents, your stack would still be worth about $2,520. That's the reality of volatility. Stellar tends to pump hard during bull markets, but also retrace significantly during bear markets. Now, beyond just numbers, we need to talk about Stellar's strengths and weaknesses. On the strength side, Stellar's focus on financial inclusion is unique. Billions of people worldwide are underbanked, and Stellar provides a practical solution for cross-border payments. Partnerships with NGOs and governments give Stellar a strong reputation as a project with real-world use cases. Its support for USDC and stablecoins makes it a serious player in the payments sector. On the weakness side, Stellar's ecosystem is relatively small compared to competitors like Ethereum, Cardano, or Solana. Developers and projects tend to gravitate toward ecosystems with larger DeFi and NFT activity. Competition is is fierce. Ripple is chasing the institutional market, while other blockchains and fintech companies are also targeting fast, low-cost payments. Growth depends heavily on whether governments and organizations continue to adopt Stellar in meaningful ways. Still, Stellar has shown resilience. It's been in the crypto market for over a decade, survived multiple bear markets, and continues to expand its network. That kind of staying power counts in an industry where thousands of projects have already failed. By 2026, Stellar's value will likely depend on a few key outcomes. If CBDCs become mainstream and Stellar hosts even one or two, demand for XLM could surge. If stablecoins continue to grow and Stellar remains a strong network for USDC, adoption could accelerate further. And if Stellar continues securing NGO and fintech partnerships, its long-term role in global finance could be cemented. So, let's recap what your 12,603 XLM could be worth under different scenarios. At $1, your stack would be worth $12,603. At $2, it would be worth $25,206. At $5, it would be worth $63,015. At $10, it would be worth $126,030. And in a bearish case at 20 cents, it would still hold $2,520 in value. These numbers show both the risk and the massive upside. Stellar is not a meme coin chasing hype. It's a blockchain designed for a very real problem, making money move faster, cheaper, and more inclusively around the world. By 2026, your 12,603 XLM could be the foundation of something much bigger, especially if Stellar's role in CBDCs and stablecoins expands. The potential rewards are significant, but as always, patience and timing are key.